that apple in your mouth.
Yep, with an apple in my mouth. Alright. Come on, show up. Oh, I didn't press it. There I am. We're live now.
There we go.
Hi. Welcome to the most awkward experience you'll ever see. We're talking about rainbows and unicorns today. So, Party will be playing a unicorn. I'll be playing a rainbow. Alex is going to kind of administer a discussion between the two of us. And we're all going to come out better and more happy for the good of this. Yeah.
Funny thing is, I've been thinking about making a happy character, and they actually ran a unicorn stable ranch thing.
Fascinating. So, on today's episode of Backstory Artificer, we're making happy characters, and that's why we brought Party on, because she's so good at it. She's made one.
I've made one that I've never played.
Yep. Alex will be his interviewer. I'm not sure if it's going to be Mr. Chuggins or it's the other boy. All right.
Well, I figured I'll make more decisions informed on what we make in the future, but for now I just wanted to use the other one. Yeah.
Fair enough. So we've got a lot to do. Freddie and I are both making characters, and we have yet to see how that's going to play out in the roleplay session. But that's improv for you. So let's get started.
I have no idea on how to do this. I've only ever watched you guys.
That's fair. First thing I should do is start a little bit of songs.
Yeah, I'd also like to say we have no idea how to do this either. So
yeah,
okay, Twitch. I'm literally watching the stream that you just popped up that you said is live. It's like Backstory Artificer's gone live. It's like I know I'm both on it and watching it.
Hello, Magic Herring. You're not interrupting. I will cut out bits where we reference chat. For the most part.
Just so you know, I haven't ignored your email. It's just I need to reference your email against the actual thing, and I haven't had time to compare the two.
He's ignored your email.
He ignored your email.
We were having a nice little discussion today about cat bacon. Anyway, moving on.
Cat bacon?
Yeah, we'll table that one.
Wednesday stream? Nothing. Never mind.
Yeah. No, I got it. No, I know what you...
Oh!
So there's music playing now. We're trying to make happy characters. Let's just say we got some French.
I'll put some happy music on there.
French ideas.
Inspiring happy music party.
Yeah, so we usually start with at least working out what race / age. It's like the basic stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't make too much difference what you pick, I think, in this scenario. I don't think it's going to change.
No, you know what we normally start with is what do you think of when you think of happy characters? In a story, you're just like, that's a character that just loves life. They're very happy, they're pleasant presence in this story. What do you think of? We'll start with Party.
Absolutely nothing.
I'll start.
Okay.
I was going to say, I like to imagine the very okay, you know the Nick Cage gif of the wind blowing through his long hair? I like to imagine that sort of a thing in like a farmer in a field plowing. It's like this is the life that he / she has always wanted. Just sort of is very happy in this situation. That's like in the medieval times, that kind of a thing. They don't have the internet or porn, so it's the field.
Like that teenager that got there with their high school sweetheart, and they're like, you know what?
Yeah.
Screw the world. Let's start our own farm. We'll have tons of animals. We'll make our own food. We'll live off the land. It's gonna be great. And then that actually happens and doesn't fall apart like it normally does.
Yeah, exactly. It works.
Yeah.
Or like the children of them. Like that's the sort of starting place for me.
Yeah. What kind
of making the character?
I'm not going to go where I was going to go yet because that's another rabbit hole. Birdie, what do you think? Any happy story?
I would be a really miserable person because I cannot think of anything.
Can I tell you a secret though?
Go on.
You're next instead of me because I also can't think of anything.
Oh, Christ, you two. Okay, let's format this slightly differently. If you had no technology, if you were in the old days, what stripped down to bare bones, what would you enjoy doing?
Sitting by a fire reading a book
Okay,
on a
Sleeping.
stormy night.
sitting by a fire, reading a book, stormy night. Taking away the stormy night because we're not talking necessarily, the land and the law yet. Now I'm imagining for you
That
a
makes the
character that has I know, but I'm just taking a step back. The character that has an armchair and a dog or a cat or something that sits down, a faithful hound that sits next to them, and they're happy and content with a brandy in their hand.
I also didn't think of Greg just without the dog with a cat instead.
So you're going to play Greg.
I'm not
This is
happy or
Greg
not
was the
allowed to do
first
that.
person that came to my head.
But okay, so
That's
if
weird.
If that's the sort of thing, start there and then create a character around that. Someone who's happy and content in their cozy little cottage. I asked the same question of Greg.
Oh, me? What are you asking? Like those exact questions, or just?
Well, yeah, just like
Yeah.
the strip back. What would you enjoy if you didn't have the modern day societal kind of stuff?
Honestly, I don't know. I can see what I would be doing. I'd probably be very work focused without.
And I can imagine you being like a barkeep, innkeeper.
Yeah, I
entertaining
did.
The patrons.
I did play one in a very short and failed D&D session. That was fun for a minute while they allowed RP, but
I just want to clarify that's not my session.
nope, not
I was
his.
just thinking, I've never witnessed that.
Nope, this was yeah. But yeah, I'd probably owning a tavern would be a pretty good time until some asshole adventurers
Yeah.
came in and messed it up. But even then, living my best life.
I-
Yeah, but you
always
could be the
wanted
kind
to
of positive
own a
person
tavern.
that.
Yeah. Hopefully, I wouldn't get a javelin through the heart when there was a little bit of a.
References.
Ooh, too soon? No, probably not. Well, maybe for magic herring.
Well,
I don't
think
know.
it's
That
fine.
was kind of recent.
Anyway, point is, you could. So, okay, we've got a basic premise for Greg, barkeep.
Someone just living their life, you know.
Yeah, exactly. You've bought the bar in a small, comfy town. You know,
Mhm,
Purdy's
mhm.
potentially going with what?
I thought these were just ideas to inspire some happy characters. Excuse me.
Well, they are, but I mean, you can change them. I'm
Appleberg.
not saying you can change your mind. It's
Yeah,
just sort of bringing that into the.
See, whenever I think of a happy character, I go back to that one I've made, and like she was just a young, like, innkeeper's daughter who ran the bar and was just a happy-go-lucky.
Taverns are happy places.
I love taverns. I've always
Greg's the
wanted to own my
barkeeper,
own.
and guess
old
who's his
style
daughter?
one.
Oh fuck! No, we're not role playing
Oh.
that. We're not role playing that. No. Mm-mm.
Father.
Oh god, no!
No.
If you were going to do that, you'd have to be like one of those shitty kids in Dungeons and Daddies.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Dad!
I get that reference. So,
I love making Alex uncomfortable with references he doesn't know, because that
It's
never
okay,
happens.
Thing is that this
I was
is how it
saying.
normally happens. You two
Yeah.
make the reference, and I feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, and
And
this
I'm
time
glad
it's
I
I don't
Alex.
feel
I enjoyed
uncomfortable.
it.
I don't feel uncomfortable. I'm just letting the
Anyways,
reference go past.
You know what? That's where my happiness lies. Making Alex uncomfortable, or at least making myself think that he's uncomfortable. That's enough for me.
Great friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm an asshole to him as well. So,
Yeah.
Anyways, so races. Let's start with races. Purdy, what race do you think would just have a happy old life? What do you imagine for them?
I actually don't know that many races.
okay.
Well,
Well, we've got
let's-
the standard triplet, as I usually call it.
We're
of
avoiding the
human-
standard triplet this time because we've stuck
Oh,
to
no, I'm
it the
just going
past
through
two.
them.
So,
Human, dwarf, and elf. You've got
we're going to get a little
Expen-
crazy.
expansion on those for more hobbit or halflings, gnomes. You've got the anamorphic, whatever you want to call them, like
Turtles.
tabaxi, turtles, loxodon, which are the elephant ones.
Oh, I know what she's going with. She's going to choose a Loxodon now.
No. I'm
No?
not feeling Loxodon for this.
Wow. You don't think a
there's
Loxodon would be
Ganassi.
happy?
Ganassis are the like
I think Loxodon would more be something different. Ganassi's
Goblin?
normally a happy.
goblins, hobgoblins.
Racist.
I don't think...
They're not your classic, but
I'm not sure goblins can be happy.
it's our RP world. We can make it whatever the hell we want.
You know, you're right. You're right. It could be any... You know what? Let's make it modern day. We're doing modern day Wait. That's
No.
that's something that you can't do. That's impossible. So...
What, modern day happiness?
Yep, exactly. I'm gonna go with a...
Man, you're really struggling with this, aren't you?
I'm gonna go with a happy orc.
A happy orc. So you're gonna be
Mhm.
an orc, half orc or full orc?
Full orc.
Full orc.
I have something in mind. As I said that, an entire thing just played out in my head.
The problem is, as you said orc, I kind of went, oh, that would work.
You can be an orc as well.
I think I need to be something different.
You don't have to be.
Okay, well,
We're gonna lead very different lives.
Greg, let your creative mind flow.
Honestly, when I thought of happy orc, I was like, blood, murder, rampage. That would make this man so happy.
I will cut in. We didn't s-
Unicorns and rainbows!
We didn't specify that it had to be classic happiness.
Exactly.
It's
If
just-
that is the case,
so
I'm
upset.
going my normal route. So I'm making
No,
characters.
because your normal route isn't happy. They're
But
not happy
that's
characters.
the thing. Sometimes they are. Violet's happy.
Violet's real happy. I would classify Violet as a mostly happy character.
Do you know what? Nowadays, I'd classify Violet as a mostly losing her shit character.
Well,
But
yeah,
besides
crazy. But
besides
aside from that, I think she in her little mind palace, she is very happy. Except with this whole last development thing. But that's outside of that. I think
She's a happy character.
yeah. She's just kind of living her life, going about,
all we're doing,
If
murdering.
we're
and-
doing happy characters to make it difficult, it all has to be sunshine, unicorns, rainbows, and cherry drops.
Yeah, this orc, as he kills people, he sees, instead of like streams of blood, they're rainbows, beautiful rainbows.
Like Happy.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the TV program Happy? Yeah.
Did you listen to last week's episode, or?
I had it on in the background.
Is this an orc that rides a unicorn?
Now, see, that's the thing. He thinks it's a unicorn?
It's actually
It's-
a death horse.
No, it's like a hog. Like a big horse-sized hog. Oh, I need to be writing things down, right. I have my journal back here. Hi, journal.
Okay, so you've got an orc riding a hog that's happy with murder and death.
Well, that's the thing. He makes friends, too. He has a lot of friends. I think he'd stay pretty close to his tribe, though. He has very deep family connections. But yeah, he's in his happy place when he's murdering and
Classic
just
orc,
on a
classic orc.
rampage.
Purdy, is this bringing anything to your brain?
I mean, murder and rampage always brings something to her brain.
Yeah, but I refuse to go down that route. I really do want to be like a pure happy person.
I've taken it from you. Is the thing. I took.
You've actually made this now a lot harder.
I know.
I want
That
to
was-
go down my normal route.
Not allowed. I mean, I could still change mine as well. I don't know. But we also don't want to stay on this too long. We're like halfway through this
Yeah.
section already.
You need a set decision on characters.
Okay, I will play an Air Ganassi.
You're an egg ganassi. Okay.
Yeah.
Just go with the flow, man.
Oh, yeah, dude, rock it.
Yeah. You remember Cross? Oh
Vaguely.
no. Just that.
Oh no.
I don't think it doesn't work on this channel, dude. I'm sorry, I haven't set it
Yeah,
up.
ad code's not set up. on this
Shit.
one. Just
Quick, go to my channel.
Yeah, I was gonna say, go to one of our channels and just do it there, because it'll it will allow you to do it over there, even if we're offline.
Yeah.
Okay, so what were you saying?
What is the life
Go on, Agnes.
like stage?
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter for now. I think they age very similarly to people.
That's what I was checking.
They die a little sooner.
Yeah,
Orcs.
but you'll be fine with it.
Oh wait, air ganassi are the same as humans.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about.
Yep.
So
orc rides horse-sized hog. Thinks it's a unicorn.
is this he sees it as a unicorn, or doesn't actually know what a unicorn is?
I think he sees it. I think he's a little. I think he's delusional. Actually,
So
no.
I'm
You know
imagining,
what?
like a slightly caved-in skull. It's been hit really hard.
What, the hog or the orc?
Yeah, maybe
The
both.
orc. Hold on. Back up. If we go down this road that he's just delusional but happy because of the delusion, is he actually happy?
I mean, yeah.
Will you
So,
allow
Yeah.
this?
I
Is
get
this
where you're going
allowed?
with that. I get where you're going with that, so we can rein that one back. How about instead, if you still want to be an orc, just for the hilarity of it, body swapped?
With what?
I don't know. I'm imagining sort of like I don't know, like a 15-year-old boy who's like unliked by people and sort of generally a bit of a thin dweeb who gets swapped into this gigantic orc body. It's just like, yes, you know.
Or an 8-year-old with too much power.
Or like a different animal.
It's just an animal swapped with the orc.
The hog and the orc swapped.
No. We're going far off topic. We need to make a solid decision right now.
Why is this the hardest episode so far?
Because
You
you
guys.
tried to force me to do
Okay,
something
let's just go away from
without
Go for a second.
realizing it would fuck you up.
Go away from Go for a second. Purdy, you have an egg
Excuse
ganassi.
Yeah.
And living situation. Are they in a town? Are they an adventurer? Are they traveling? Are they...
They were barmaid at an inn, and I kind of think that she kind of rents a room off of the innkeeper.
Okay. Permanent, like, sort of deal,
Yeah.
or just like a temporary stop? Okay. So we're feeling Air Ganassi wants to adventure, or is just happy and content?
I think a part of her itches to adventure, but
Mhm.
she's a bit unsure about it.
Fair enough. Paid a fair wage, has a nice room, meets nice
Mhm.
people. Sounds good. You need to come up with a name for an Air Ganassi now.
Okay.
Helga.
No, it needs to be breezy.
Breezy? Yeah. Breezy?
Easy breezy,
know.
beautiful, Palo girl.
Zephyr?
I've done. Ziffin.
Zephyr is a breeze of
Yep.
air.
It is. Mm-hmm. Arigale.
Aragon.
It's like Abigail, but air.
Yeah, no. Erica would have been better. Erica.
Erica.
You know.
Freddie doesn't like any of these names.
No.
I think just breezy.
Oh, then just go with that.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got Breezy, the Air Ganassi, who works in a pub. How oldish? 20s?
Yeah, about like 21.
Like 21? You're not writing any of this down. You need to write this shit down, man.
I've already written it all down.
Oh, cool. About 21.
Wait, are you just using your other person but swapping them as?
No.
Oh, okay.
Look.
Okay.
It's a Harry Potter book. Okay,
Of
so you got that. What's the name of the tavern? I feel like that's kind of important.
Oh, now you asking.
Okay, switching over.
Yes,
meanwhile,
I've
Greg's
made
glass.
progress.
Okay,
Okay, I've done like a total 360 on this.
do it.
The
Go for
orc?
it.
The orc. This orc loves nature, okay? Think of like a Overwatch Bastion situation.
Sure.
Like just this massive power, but just just happy, content,
Gentle
live.
buddy.
Yeah, he's a gentle man. Now there's a little bit of sadness. He was kicked from his tribe, but it's because he wouldn't participate in the pillaging and whatnot. And they're very like macho football dads when their team just lost situation. And this guy's just like, you know what? That's fine. I'll go hang out in the woods, make some new friends of my own. It's all good.
Fair enough.
So
how are you interacting? So I'm imagining this is going to end up focusing around the inn because that's a solid space. Are you a traveler?
Yeah. Wants to see what the world has to offer.
Wonderful.
Make
then
acquaintance with.
I have an idea of what
Oh.
you would be doing in particular.
Oh, yeah?
Including my character.
Yeah.
Not that actually, to be fair, it doesn't matter too much. So my character, without giving away too much before, is a courier who sometimes also transports people across the land. So I'm imagining you're just hitchhiking. You've taken a hitchhiking ride with Casper to whatever town we're going towards, which is going to be called Bellman.
Okay.
The town of Bellman.
We're building quite a world here. Or is it one world? Or isn't it? Who knows?
Or is it universes? So it's the town of Bellman, which has the tavern in it called
Riverline Inn.
Oh, Riverline Inn. That's lovely.
That was so natural. How did you do that? See, Purdy, you should be a DM.
No, I'm actually really good at names and stuff.
Purdy, DM. You need to DM something.
I'm feeling offended right now. So we've got,
Not like the whole campaign, just like a one shot. I just want to see it for the
So
shits
we've
and gigs,
we've got Bellman, what did you say? Riverline Inn, and our orc friend named
Anton.
Anton. I like to imagine it's Antone.
Say it again.
Antone, like he's really heavy. Anton.
Double O.
Ton. No, Tone, like a ton, like a weight.
Ton. Yeah.
A ton.
Okay.
Anton.
Ooh, that music, I like it. It is quite nice. Did I turn it down too low? Yeah, let me just...
Hi, Raven.
Also, hi Raven. How
Hi,
you doing?
Raven.
So
Also, I have added, without consensus from the group here, Anton has a little bluebird friend named Garfield.
That's
Aww.
Just
I
carries
mean,
him.
all this stuff's gonna have to be
Awesome.
written underneath anyway, because we're gonna run out of time otherwise.
Well, no, because I think we're going to go a little bit. We can give us an extra, like, 10.
I know. I'm just
10
saying
minutes,
to
since
keep the
there's-
progress. That's it's not too much
Yeah.
of a problem to write that stuff. So, what other details are we missing so far?
I mean, I hardly have anything for Anton.
So I'm assuming his
all
personality
about your
is
animals.
nature-based, loves animals, loves people, doesn't want to harm anyone, carries weapons.
No,
No, fair enough.
doesn't need to.
Not
He
even
just makes
everything to
friends.
just defend. Fair
Oh.
enough. Makes friends.
I mean, who's going to mess with this giant orc? People
true.
normally avoid
It's true.
them unless they're
Yeah, that's
confronted
true,
by
that's
them.
true. I won't say ask where or why he's traveling because that can come up in RP.
Mhm.
You can work that one out. And then on the flip side, we have Riverline Inn, where we have Erica Breezy, who
Erica
is
Breezy,
working
full name.
Okay, that's her full name.
But she goes by Breezy.
ICA Erica, who is working in the bar or the tavern very happily. What kind of a personality are we thinking here? Are we going for like proper, gypsy surfer dude kind of thing, or is it like a
Yeah.
just go with the flow, dude? Go with the flow. This is a question. I'm not.
I think it's also fun to figure it out in real time.
I'm just asking the questions. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, it's fine. It's valid. You're validated, Alex.
I just want. How much more information do we want to put into these?
I mean,
Because we usually have a bit more figured out.
yeah. So Wait, what family information did we come up with for Breezy? Erica Breezy.
Yeah, what's Breezy's family situation?
For a second. The Beefy. Erica Beefy.
It's no, Magic Herring. It's not Erica. It's Erica.
A-I-R.
ICA because it's an
Erica.
air ganassi. Erica Breezy.
Got him.
Go with it.
Purdy.
I think she has a little sister.
Cool.
Okay.
Called Windy, like Wendy. Windy.
Fuck.
Do you get mad because I say them and you hate them, or do you get mad because you?
It's
haven't
because they're good. And yeah, because I didn't think of it
What?
first.
Wendy, like Wendy. You know Wendy, the name W-E-N-D-Y. Windy.
Windy Breezy.
It just sounds like a South African. Be like, "Oh, my sister, Windy. Is this Windy over here?"
Oh no.
Erica Breezy. She must be a wind mage of some sort. She said that's joke.
I think it's just them two. Don't think they know their parents.
Oh, we're touching on sadness here.
No,
No.
it's getting sad, Purdy.
No, I don't think they know their parent because it's just they've kind of grown up with being the daughters of the innkeeper. He kind of
So-
adopted them.
Okay.
They're adopted. That's okay. We can deal with that.
Okay.
That's my way of taking me back off that.
It's like she doesn't know the parents because they're all dead and everything was horrible when the Fire Nation.
But
was
they're
like,
I
adopted!
was gonna say they were orphans, and I was like, no.
Oh
Okay,
man.
adopted by the human innkeeper.
Yeah, sounds good.
Mhm.
I like to think it's a purposeful as well. You know, couldn't have children, adopted children instead.
I'll see on the
He's
other
never
hand.
had a wife or a girlfriend or anything, and he just wanted somebody to carry on his legacy.
On the other end here, there's Anton, whose entire family is in fact dead. But in orc culture, that's that's
Why
to be
did he get
expected.
to be-
But
Because he chose
it,
an orc.
it comes from the perspective of the character. If you think
And
that's
also-
just how life is.
Depends on the death. If you've got a younger character whose parents aren't with them anymore, yeah. If it's someone whose parents have just naturally passed away, that's not a sad story. That's life.
Oh, I know what it was. They were like the heads of his tribe, and then they passed, and then the rest of the tribe, somebody else took over because he didn't want to do it or something. He wasn't fit to rule according to the rest of his
Just an
tribe.
amicable one. He was just like, "Nah, I'm alright." And they were just like,
Yeah.
"Well, you can't stick around
Yeah.
if you don't take the crown." He's like, "Well, sucks."
You know what? Yeah,
guess
we're
I'll
going
go.
with that.
See ya."
He's the exiled prince. I found him,
like-
Alex. I found him.
Oh shit. Can you imagine if you had someone playing in a D&D campaign where it's like, "Oh, you've got to find this person." They just went, "Found him." Like, wait, no, that's not how this works.
Can I roll to find him?
A roll investigation on the world.
Natural 20. Holy shit! You
find
jumped through
the
time
world.
and space, and
You're
there
definitely
before you.
not. Anyway, got a friend called Garfield, the little bluebird.
Yeah, little bluebird. I think he probably has a few other friends. You know what? He's got. Well, I'll keep the appearance in my head until we get into
Sure.
that. But he carries he has a little spider friend as well. Like it's more like a spider lineage at this point.
I like to imagine this is the sort of thing where, like, you know, sometimes people who have like really long dreads just have like bugs growing. in them.
Exactly. See?
Yeah.
Exactly. See, I didn't even have to describe what I was thinking because you already knew it. That's word. You and me.
Like, so you have to point like down and to the right.
Right.
For the point.
To the
And I
right.
have to go.
excuse me.
No, not there.
Whoop! Oh, not there.
Like, high five.
No, Alex. It.
Wrong way.
Eh, eh.
I'm just now feeling.
Ah!
Oh, we have a problem.
What the fuck is wrong with us? I'm sorry.
Anyway,
The tiny people on my computer screen are trying to escape their boxes. Let me out! Oh, shit.
I think I'm traumatized.
What's
Hey
new?
guys, we're really funny.
No. The funny thing is, none of us have been drinking. So anyway,
Yeah.
moving on. We've got Anton, the large,
The exiled
who-
prince.
the exiled prince, who's traveling across the land. I assume to just
wearing-
sort of, you know.
Purdy will get a kick out of this. He's wearing Birkenstocks.
I don't even know what those are, to be honest.
Those are those dad
What?
sandals. The socks and sandals. That's what they are.
Okay. Yeah.
He's not wearing the socks though. He's wearing Birkenstocks the way they're meant to be worn.
I mean, I feel like we've got everything in there before just hitting an RP.
No. All you really need is RP, because anything you didn't come up with before, it's brought to light.
Hey, you know I'm making it up to my forte,
And
so.
yeah, and with Alex heading up the whole thing here, it makes it easier for us to roleplay because he's already our DM. And he's better at describing things without getting overexcited and over describing things and then making it awkward.
Yeah. See, this is why I could never be the DM. I'm good at names, but not describe them.
Just to
So-
cut in the before, because you see, I've had a really obviously when this gets massively popular, the cut between making character and playing character, that's exactly where an ad break goes. So anyway,
Yeah, well.
you can cut this bit out. I was just gonna say the one shot that we will do, this Magic Herrings one shot, is going to be very, very primarily RP focused.
Thank you, Magic Herring.
And I'm
Wait,
not
is
even
it-
going to be there.
Is that Magic Herring's design or?
Yeah, it's all his. I the only things I adjusted was making the translation move across a bit smoother, and there's a couple of things he's sent over that we're just generally talking about smoothing it out.
You didn't add cat bacon, right?
No, we didn't add cat bacon. No.
Because you were talking about that. And...
No, he started the email chain today with "How's the cat bacon business going?"
I feel like they'd make more of like a prime cut than a bacon.
I said I was
I-
struggling with working out from the pork chart, moving that over to a cat. So I don't know. What bacon
I'm
comes-
sorry, Purdy. I'm sorry.
Mr. Finn took my stuff and made it awesome. Looking forward to see you guys play it. Hey, I didn't change this. I don't want to take any credit for the awesomeness that will be coming up.
No, I'm really
Apart
excited
from the voice,
for it.
voice acting it, I will take credit for.
Okay. So, is there any toppers you wanna add to Easy Breezy Beautiful Cover Girl, Purdy?
No.
Okay.
Apart from her father dad thing called Landon.
I like
Landon.
to imagine
Okay.
because she's an air ganassi as well, she just always has a slight breeze running through her hair.
That is how they
Yeah.
are described in the I
that
think that's the
genuinely
ab-
Well,
yeah.
I
I
was
think-
and ahhing about how to have her hair. I didn't know whether to have like space buns, but instead of space buns, they were cloud buns.
Oh, you're not going
But
full
you know
Nova?
how they've got the two buns like that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Leia buns.
they're called space buns.
Okay.
They're Leia
But
buns.
instead, they... Yeah.
No, Leia buns are
buns
huge
are
ones
down
on this.
here.
Well, they're
Right.
Leia buns, but a
Yeah.
little bit more reasonable.
No, they're- Space buns are up here anyway.
Yeah, they're two buns,
but
rather
they're like
than
clouds.
cinnamon buns. They're like
Yeah.
burger buns, not cinnamon,
that's-
cinnamon buns.
Mmm, burgers.
Mm.
What does that taste like?
I don't know. I hate this diet.
I'm actually pretty okay with it. Anyways, ad break's over. Let's get into RP.
Yeah, today we're sponsored by Mr. Finman, a Twitch channel that you should definitely go follow. Inkonsistent, a Twitch channel you should definitely go follow. Miss Purdy
It's-
Black, a Twitch channel you should definitely go follow. Dice Breakers D&D, a podcast which you should definitely listen to.
It's inconsistent with a K, by the way, in case you didn't
And
know.
also with it's the end of it's spelled slightly different as well, isn't it?
No.
It's inconsistent.
It's
rather than
literally just the
consistent.
K.
And Purdy is with an E.
But inconsistent has an ANT, not an ENT, doesn't it? I mean, I am. I know
Nope,
to
it's
spell,
ENT.
so- Oh, you're right. You're right. I just can't spell.
Also, if you're trying to catch
Oh,
these VODs,
boy.
or the VODs for the Picoda show, you can find those on my YouTube channel, because I am uploading
Oh,
there
they've gone
again.
up now.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Shall we RP?
Right, we shall RP. Alex!
I'll do my standard staged introduction of characters just to make it easy for you guys. So,
Oh no, today we were sponsored by Mr. Finman's Feline Bacon Emporium. Cat bacon, the start of your perfect day.
Oh my days. No more cat bacon, please.
Purdy really
Dramatic
doesn't like
pause.
it.
No, because you know what the original idea for Miss Purdy Black was? She was a fucking
Cat.
cat.
Yeah?
Cat bacon made out of fucking cat.
When they're already dead! That's the point that you aren't picking up, is that they were already dead. They're not going to care.
We're not
That's
gonna
not
have,
the point.
we're not going to have cat bacon made out of another animal.
Exactly. That doesn't make any sense.
Also, you really didn't get my dramatic pause joke.
I didn't hear you.
The joke was dramatic pause.
Don't get it.
Cat falls.
Cats have 4 of them. They're on the end of their legs. each.
Oh, shut up!
You may also call them little pink nubbins.
Beans.
Beans as well. Go beans.
Man, we really fucking went off topic. So, in a nondescript land, because I can't bother to deal with that stuff right now, we are looking at a carriage rolling across a dusty trail. I'd say midday. Yeah, there's the dun 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 dun.
Well, not right now. There's more of a. That's. Anyways.
Yeah, what was that? Oh, yes. Grasslands to the sides, maybe a few patches of trees, nothing too descriptive. It's a large. I'm just trying to. Do I have a description of the actual wagon? No, I don't.
Shit, that doesn't
Yes, I
exist in
do.
the
It's a
podcast.
large wagon, mostly containing. Well, it's more of a carriage, mostly containing storage space for packages wrapped up in various types of, paper, or what would the equivalent be in that sort of a time? Parchment. And such, tied off with string.
Or just like human skin if you're trying to make a Necronomicon or something.
Yes. That's the inside. On top, there's even more packages attached on. At the front, I'm just going to go past that. At the front, there are 2 figures sitting, one controlling the horses that are pulling.
I wasn't waving at you, asshole.
Pulling. God damn it.
We do this during your normal session.
Pulling the
explanations
wagon.
anyway.
The 2 horses. There is a black horse called Millie and a piebald horse called Terence. Millie and Terence. 2 big, work horses that pull along with ease. There's a lot of weight in this carriage. Now, that's not a comment on the characters. That's just a comment on how much is being pushed because, as I've said, this is a long-distance courier. Sitting at the front, on the left, holding the reins, is a male tabaxi. 28, 6'4", very tall, but not very wide. There's this very athletic, lean build. On the hips are these 2 very ornate curved daggers, and just resting behind on top of the carriage, strapped down, is a large crossbow. This is Casper Forest. Casper Forest has light brown fur with vague darker brown stripes, a light cream lower jaw and paws, and long fluffy ears. That bit was added just for Greg. And green eyes. Wears a pale grey loose shirt, neatly rolled up sleeves, with a deep maroon waistcoat edged with gold stitching. Excuse me.
You're excused.
Wears a thick brown leather belt with a dagger sheath on each hip, holding these 2 curved blades, and tight black leather trousers. Oh yeah, nice and tight. Bottomed
Nice.
with large brown boots, leather brown boots with bronze buckles. Over the whole ensemble is a long flowing black cloak clasped to the shoulders with bronze wolf heads, which you don't know this yet, but I'll say because you'll find it cool, allow him to turn invisible. That face. So, sitting next to this character, Casper, is a large ogre figure. Orc figure.
Thank you. He is also wearing very tight pants. They're cut off about like right below the knee, and Birkenstocks, of course, on his feet. They're custom made, custom leather straps. Go up a little further. He's got his whole ensemble's like pretty tight. Like it goes right along the pecs. He's got a little gut, but that's okay. It keeps going up. It's got some big pecs anyway. You can tell it, at least there. And then it's like long sleeves going down. They're ripped at the ends a little bit. It's got like dirt and twigs on the ends and just covered in, I don't know, nature-y things. And it all goes up to a nice little turtleneck that comes right below chin there. And then on top of his head, he's got a big old nest of dreads with there's actually a spider nest from like the ponytail part of the dreads going down into the hair there, and you can see eggs of the spider there as well. He's got a little bluebird resting on the top there. He's got like a light blue gray skin tone.
Because I was gonna say, is it Gary Gygax's Grey Orcs, or is it Lord of the Rings Green Orcs? So.
No, it's Gygax. Gygax Orcs. Yeah, it's the Gygax. Nice. Gygax. But he does have a terrifying face, mostly because of his orcish heritage, you know? It's got that big old jaw with the tusks, Captain. But he does have, like, he's carrying a big old grin all the way across his face, and he doesn't want to show you how he got these scars, because there are no scars. That's just his face.
Fair enough. Yes, you're moving across towards the town of Bellman. I said.
Yep.
Bellman. And you've been discussing just general life and stuff. You were picked up along the way for some reason or another that'll come to light, I'm sure, to go towards Bellman. Just a package is being delivered there. It was a route. It made sense. You've been picked up and carried across. And as we're half an hour away or so, Casper leans over and says, "So, why is it you're going to Bellman again? Bellman is I can't remember."
Foes and fauna.
Is what?
You know? Nature, the fauna and the creatures and the fauna.
Oh, yes. Do they have a lot of that there?
I don't know. Going to find out.
Fair enough. It's my first time too, you know. I haven't been there. I've got a package to deliver. It's quite a large one. I might need a hand delivering that in.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Barrel of something or another. I'm not allowed to look inside, you know.
Just point me in the right direction. I'm happy to help.
Thank you very much. So, pulling into town, you find a general sort of place to stop, which happens to be right outside of the river. What do you call it?
Riverline Inn.
The Riverline Inn. Horses are parked up, tied up, and then you come round. He opens up the side door, which is actually two very large doors, which obviously means you can get big things in and out. And she just points, that one. And it's just this huge barrel, like twice the size of a normal barrel. Again, I can't really get that one out.
Yeah, no problem. Hold on, step aside. So, reach in there, get a big old. How many arms lengths? This is a big one. This is a big boy.
Huge. Yeah.
All right, back up. Everybody, clear. Pull it out. He's not going to try to lift it. He's just going to try to gently lower it to the ground.
Fair enough. And then we're just going to sort of half roll it across. Like, but this is going inside the tavern.
Careful, Garfield. Just
rolls to the back door of the Riverline Inn. It's usually where couriers end up going.
Delivery.
That's my line.
Sorry.
Delivery.
Ah, gentlemen! Thank you for Papa's barrel.
I must ask, what the hell is in that thing?
Well, Papa's not let me know yet.
Can I
I'm sure I'll
smell
find out
it?
soon.
Can I roll to smell it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really DMing this anyway, so like, Purdy's making the decision of what's in there. So I guess smell.
I'm gonna give it. Gonna give it a good old sniff.
What does it smell like?
It smells like cat piss.
Ah, okay, he's trying to make ale again.
Ale? I was going to say I want to stop for a drink here, but I'm not quite so sure now.
Don't worry about that. We've got lots of ales that aren't made by Papa.
Is that insensitive? Cat piss.
Shall we step inside? There's all paperwork to sign.
Come in.
I do like to get paid for these things, you know.
Oh, of course. Let me just go get your money.
I wouldn't mind a drink either.
What's the inside of? I mean, we're in the back sort of area. What does the inside of this look like?
real like made out of wood, like old timey, slightly
You're
warped.
made out of wood.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. A wooden
About
ganassi?
the inn. Are you what about the inn or me?
No, it's just you
The
said
inn.
we're like made out of wood. It's just funny.
No.
We're made
It's
of
like-
wood. We are Pinocchio.
Made out of wood, really warped. Like the building used to be straight, but it's now kind of slanted. Wood fires like either end of the bars, with loads of like really comfy sofa-y type chairs and stuff. Real like a bar that literally stretches the whole of the inn. So like no matter where you are, you can always get served.
That's pretty
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
Pretty cool.
I'm gonna don't mind me. I'm gonna go take a seat by the fire real quick.
No,
Goes
no
over
worries,
there
I'm
and
sure we'll sort this out rather quickly.
crisscrosses his legs like this by the fire, just sits on the ground. Brings out Garfield. Pretty nice. Buddy.
Yes, it's a simple stuff. I have this paper to sign. You or whoever you has ownership of.
Oh, I'll sign it. Don't you worry about that.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Yes, and then of course it's the matter of 300 gold pieces.
Oh yes. Here you go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I accept
Oh,
platinum
just have
as well.
it all. Have it all. Have it all.
Yes,
I'm
well,
sure there's 300 there.
I will have to count this, of course.
Hey,
Oh yes. Don't worry. Don't worry.
I'll
Miss-
count it whilst we have some ale, huh? Let's
Yes. Let me go
Travel
get you
through.
some ale.
what's your
travel
cat's
through
name,
your-
miss? Miss?
My name's Casper.
No, the pet cat.
Here's your ales, guys.
Oh, she's gone. Oh, she was gone. I see.
Yes, yes.
Sorry, I
Thank you very much. Counting out the
Man.
money.
had a few too many out in the... Hey, what's your cat's name, miss? What's your name, miss?
Jasper. Oh, I'm Breezy. Well,
Just-
Erica, but call me Breezy.
The cat's name is Jasper,
Yeah.
and my name's Casper. The cat.
That's adorable.
Oh, what a coincidence! Like you
Yeah,
were
it's too
made
many
to
of
come
those.
here after all.
This is real pleasant.
Yes. Not a massive fan of cats.
Oh,
Why not?
okay.
I appreciate the irony, but they're so up their own asses.
This one seems pretty chill.
Yes, that one does seem pretty chill. I'll accept that.
Yeah.
Jasper.
It's not up its own ass. I'm not Jasper. I'm my Anton.
No, I was talking to the cat.
Oh,
I know
I
you're
think it's
Anton.
asleep.
Yes. So a few drinks in. I'm going to say we're a few drinks in.
Yeah.
You know, at this point, probably paid for a room, just like, yeah, fuck it, I'll stay the night. Being served by Breezy. As I'm sure Anton would say, Miss Breezy.
Miss.
I don't know. I'm feeling that for your accent.
Yeah.
Miss
Miss Breezy.
boss.
Boss. Yeah. I have a
Oh,
little
yeah.
inspiration.
And a few in, he's like, well, so I've been everywhere. I've been everywhere because I paid
Everywhere?
You know?
Have you been to Mustafar?
Hmm?
Have you been to Mustafar?
Yes, I believe I went there to deliver most of an animal carcass.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah. That sounds
Okay.
about right. So I
Seems
guess
like
my
some
people
sort
Why
of
only
crime.
are
most
still
of
out
it,
there.
not
That's
all
good
of
to
it?
know.
I
They
haven't
don't
asked the
want the whole
questions, you know.
thing. They don't want the whole thing. Is the thing. They only want
Yes,
half. They want the rest to go to the land.
Yes, they seem
Oh,
very excited
okay.
when it arrived. Large
It
fish,
is.
huh?
It is a bit of a weird spiritual thing. I really think they should just be more friends with the animals than just cut them in half and take one, leave the
Yes.
other half in the dirt. I don't know. Those are my people. Were my people.
It does
Oh.
make for very, very strange scenery around there when there's just a lot of the back halves of animals sticking out of the ground.
Well, they're used. They're broken up and used as things,
Things.
jewelry,
I'm glad you
tools.
regaled the story to me. It's lovely to know.
I'm not terribly clever, sir. I just like living my life like the rest
I
of
didn't
us.
want to comment. So yes, we know you're coming here for the fauna and flora, and you seem to know those words.
Those are
and,
the words, yeah, fauna and flora.
and ale. What are your aspirations, Miss Breezy? You must have some to explore the land.
Oh wow, I would love to explore the land. But you see, with my dad running this place, and then I've got little Windy to help him look after, and I would dream to go away somewhere one day.
I just imagine the music started playing at the moment. The sort of the Disney princess music just started going off. Well, I mean, I'm always available. Just a couple gold coins, and I'll take you as long as I'm going in the right direction. I can take you to most places.
Here's a good
really?
ride.
Hmm.
Oh,
Yes, well, I'm traveling all over. Next place I'm going is over to Derryvale. You know, it's just a bit.
I've always wanted to go there.
Yes, I've been through, not stopped there before. They have an absolutely lovely fountain in the center. Have you seen?
Oh, I've read
Magical.
about that.
Magical glow. It's different colors depending on the season. It's actually wonderful.
Oh, that
I gotta
sounds
see that.
amazing.
I may catch another ride with you, Casper. That
Well,
sounds
Until the
beautiful.
morning. So yeah, we can definitely welcome.
Absolutely.
We might need to move some stuff around. Although there's a lot of space in the center now. Now that we've removed that gigantic barrel of
Cat piss.
whatever. Cat piss.
Yeah.
It may not have been only cat piss. My nose has failed me before.
Just trying to contain that.
Good to know. Good to know.
There's bright red color there. Yeah, well, yes, I can guarantee it wasn't me that pissed in the barrel. Okay, just I can say that.
As long
No,
as you
no.
haven't, that would just ruin it even more.
No. There is a distinction between your people's piss and
Tabaxi.
cat piss. Tabaxi. Sorry, I'm not good with names and
But I'm Casper.
well, I know that. And that one's Jasper. Still sleeping
That
in the
one's
same
Jasper.
spot.
Hmm.
Yeah, Jasper
Well, I
don't
mean-
normally move from there.
I do like
Unless you
curling
give
up in
him
front of a
some
fire.
fish.
What
I
was
don't have any
that?
fish.
Oh, Jasper would do anything for fish.
Are you sure Jasper's not dead?
I'm 100% sure. He wakes me up every morning for food.
That's adorable. I do
Doesn't look
love
dead.
a good cat.
See?
Jasper's good.
Not that at
Jasper's
all.
good.
And now everything
Little-
pauses whilst he strokes the cat.
A little peeved about being woken up, but Alright.
Just want to comment on that. I love most cats. If you wake them up and scratch them, like yeah, and then they just stare at the ground, just like, why was I woken?
Magic Heron got the joke. The extended joke.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh damn. Anyway,
So,
yeah, so whilst we're here, why don't I would ask. I usually ask for a story. Takes out this small notebook, very simple, sort of leather-bound book with the many pages have been written into. Grabs that little pen and just puts over. It's like I usually ask for a story. I'm writing a little short story book. You know, I prefer them to be real, but I like some that aren't. And like I say, I usually ask for a story from the people that I meet. I'm sure, Anton, you have many more to regale, but I'll ask you both.
I'm happy to share, or, I would actually like one from you in return.
I'm sure I can return that. Yes.
Why
You
don't you
first.
start? Okay. I'm gonna need another beer for this one. Crazy if you don't mind.
Oh, of course. I'll be right back.
Oh,
Wonderful.
just getting out.
Well, would you like to hear about childhood things, some travel things? What
I don't
kind
know,
of?
let's go with the most wonderful spectacle you've ever seen.
Wonderful spectacle.
I don't imagine you're a fighting man.
No, I may be strong, but that's mostly hereditary. Everything else just I like the sights. Yeah, so honestly, have you ever seen a desert?
Yes, I naturally come from a desert.
Oh, well,
Yes.
well, I've
I
been
come
to a
from
desert.
You know the Durunby region?
The Durumbi. No, that's a little bit farther away from Mustafar.
Yes.
I've been walking most of the way from Mustafar, so
Fair enough.
I just know the Caligari Desert. Made my way through there. That was a beautiful sight. I saw just leagues and leagues of sand, and I didn't think much of it. And as I got deeper in, there was more green just popping up everywhere. And where did you come from, you little flower? You're adorable. How did you get all the way out here? All the way from your siblings. Then I got deeper in. There's beautiful mountain ranges with flat tops and just a giant tree in the center of this site, surrounded by a nice little pond. It was like a dream. In fact, it may have been a dream.
No, the oases are interesting things. You ask, where do they come from? And I think, as far as I'm aware, the myth, the goddess Palanthis, mostly resides over life and love and all these sorts of things. Supposedly, many different forms of the myth, but it looks after the deserts or the people that travel through the deserts by putting these pocket paradises in, with water and trees and livable, sort of like a pit stop. I don't know how true it is, of course, but it seems reasonable that in such a vast, beautiful place, but of course so deadly in the hot sun, there'd be these lovely, almost, erythral oases to help people survive.
Well, if my brain wasn't betraying me, it was definitely real sight.
Yes, yeah. Well, I've seen similar things before. Yes. There's supposedly mystical attributes to the waters that you can find there. Yes. No, I haven't tried it myself.
What kind of mystical?
Oh, it depends who you ask. Some will say it's healing powers. Some will say it's like, potions of flying or potions of invulnerability. Or some will say it'll give you, what's the nicest way to put it? A bit of a fun trip.
Interesting. Well, I did drink the water, but I didn't feel anything quite like that. Yes, I don't think.
All rumors, yes.
Although I am always at 100%. Oh, Breezy, welcome back. Thanks for the beer.
Hey, good gentlemen. Anything else?
A story.
Well, I don't seem to have many stories. I've lived all my life in here, but I can tell you the time that my dad almost blew the place up by making mulled wine.
I mean, that does sound like an interesting story. Takes out the notepad. Do go on.
So, my dad likes to tinker making alcohol, let's say.
Dear.
Yes, this is one of his many failed attempts. Anyway, me and my little sister Wendy was helping him one day, and we were putting all the usual ingredients in, the cinnamon, the cloves, the oranges, and he picked up this bag of spice that he told me to put in. I put it in as usual, put the lid on, and left it to heat over the fire. 30 minutes later, I thought the whole building was gonna come down. Tops flew off and everything.
I did notice a significant lean to the building. Is this?
Yes,
What
well,
has to do with that?
a part of that is age. Mainly, it's the mulled wine seeping into the wood and making it tilt.
Probably wanted to get that scene too.
If you go up to the walls, they smell absolutely divine.
Yes,
Just
that's
don't
what we
lick
call
them.
I'm going to do that. Be right back.
Just here upstairs, just this.
That is some good stuff, miss.
It is. Just make sure you don't ever lick it. It sends you a bit but not all there.
If you ever do replace the structure, if you ever do replace the structure, you should definitely savor the wood and then turn it into barrels, and then that would be good for making some old whiskies and such.
Oh,
Aged
that
in
would be
such
amazing.
a barrel.
Barrel roasted.
Problem is, I am not 100% sure what my papa put in there. It could be gunpowder for all I know.
Couldn't you just ask him?
To say my papa's not from this land is an understatement.
Oh, I know the feeling. That was Alex.
Is that because your dad's in the chat?
I did.
That's exactly why, yeah.
What are you talking about? You know what? Don't even try.
I don't know.
Listen to it on the podcast.
Yep. Thanks for the thanks for that. Cool. Well, Casper, I do believe it's your turn if everything's squared away.
What sort of a story would you like to hear?
Well, you've been all over the place, right?
Mm-hmm.
What about where you came from originally?
Okay, where's the Durunby region? It's not a particularly fascinating place, to be honest. You know, if you were going to pick a story, that's one of the least interesting. Part of the reason why I decided to travel so much. There's a small town, just Dust Bowl. Literally called Dust Bowl. It's in the middle of a desert, in a little crater. It's called Dust Bowl. Not too inventive. And not much goes on there. A few oases nearby that supply water. A bit of travel sometimes, mostly just self-sufficient. And as you can imagine, I got very bored very quickly. By the time I was 20, I decided I would leave, and managed to scrape some money. You know, got a small carriage, just a little wagon with one horse. That was Millie, the black one, Millie. And started traveling. And as we've gone along, of course, I have upgraded, made more money, and got to the place where I am today.
What's triggering your interest in other people's stories? Where did that come from?
Well, I guess, you know, it started just casual conversation, as you do. I don't even know what that comment is. Oh, Millie peed. And you wonder where I get it from. You wonder where I get it from. It started as, you know, innocent conversations that started, you know, just sort of bringing up, you know, I was talking to adventurers. I'd transport some adventurers like yourself across land. I'd just be talking to people, you know, wizards and druids and all sorts of orc tribes who wanted half an animal. And at the beginning of this book, if you look in the start of it, is mostly just a diary, but it slowly just formed into only writing down the stories that people gave me. And now at this point it's almost tradition. I feel if I don't so much about just to finish starting to make sense now. I feel if I don't get a story from everybody, or at least ask, I can't force people, it's you know, it's a missed opportunity.
Fair enough. Mind reading the first entry of that journal there?
The first entry, not particularly interesting. It wasn't the beginning of my journey. I picked it up in a town a few away from where I started. It says, let me just scroll through the pages here. Sound folly work. There we go. Yes. Just bought the diary. This is the first entry. This was 8 years ago, just so you're aware.
8 years.
Just bought the diary. Planning to make a note of everything I come across, everything I see, and people I interact with along the way. Hopefully I'll find some interesting things. Then it takes a little break, and then later on that is the next day. It says, just did my first courier job, delivered a lovely small parcel to a very elderly lady. She told me to, and then I've scratched out the word here, I feel like it's too vile to speak, to leave in a different direction, and then slammed the door in my face without payment. Because at that point I wasn't trained in any sort of blades, right? Threatening presence? No, there wasn't. Yeah.
You would have killed her if you had the chance.
Oh no, I would have killed. But you know, you see, I'm more muscular now. I have my blades. I have my crossbow. People tend not to slam doors in my face. At that point, I was, you know, weedy and everything, taken advantage of. But
to kill an old lady?
I wasn't going to kill an old lady. It's the intimidation factor. I need to make the money I make.
To intimidate an old lady? What is wrong with you? Where are your manners?
Well, where were her manners? You didn't hear the words she called me. Mostly relating to certain words that you shouldn't call a tabaxi.
She does kind of sound like my old chieftress. Doesn't really. I understand. You don't.
Your
You don't.
seamstress didn't happen to be a small halfling named Boris.
No, they were my size.
Oh yes, fine, yes.
Yeah.
I can continue on to the next entry if you like. It moves on.
No, that's
Or I
all
can
right.
move halfway through. I've got all sorts of stories.
Tell us your favorite.
My favorite story. Well, I'll stick with the theme. I asked you you're the most fascinating sight you've ever seen.
Yeah.
I came across a waterfall just along the way. This was in a lovely lush green area. I forget the region name. I go all over the place. I had traveled across boats to a different island, and it was a very mountainous region. There was this glorious waterfall of pink water, and it had the most glorious smell. And it's a smell like I don't think I'll ever be able to recreate, or one that I'll ever be able to explain in its entirety. It was just almost as if you could smell happiness. You could smell this gentle, serene calmness in the air. Not your usual charming, siren call or something trying to lay you to rest before they kill you. It was just a genuinely nice area with this beautiful rushing sound with the foam frothing at the bottom and the smell wafting through it. I lay there for a good couple hours just listening and smelling. It was, of course, not quite as impressive visually as some things have been, although it was a very tall waterfall. But it was just the experience, one of the most pure experiences I feel I've ever felt.
I really liked I found a large field of lavender. I just laid in it with Garfield here. It smelled wonderful.
Yes.
I miss that field. I want to go back.
Taking those.
We have a lovely lavender field right round the back. You should go visit it.
Oh, I will tomorrow morning. Thank you.
Tomorrow morning, yes.
We also have lavender wine, which I created and isn't that bad.
I would love to try some. Where did you get your
lavender wine?
I guess you got your experimentation of alcohol from your pa, or?
Yes, but I'm definitely a lot better than him.
Well, I'd love to try the wine then.
As long as it doesn't explode in my hand, yes.
I'll try it even if it does.
I have one final question, if it's not too much to ask. Seeing as you weren't able to regale us with a long story of your own because you stay in the tavern, is there anything of your heritage that you know? I don't come across many. Now, you'll have to excuse me if I'm saying the word wrong. It doesn't happen very often. Genasius?
I don't know an awful lot of my heritage. You see, my father is not my birth father. He is just a little old human who never had children. So he took on me and my sister.
Seems to have done a fine job of bringing you up.
You sound sweet.
Yeah. He is such a lovable character. Just shame of the whole experimentation.
Sorry, I laughed because me and Greg sort of smirked at the same time when you said character.
Wait.
Play what? Well, I tell you, there's definitely places in this world you could find out far more information. The cities, as you get further inland, they have large libraries of all sorts of historic lore. You could find much more about your heritage, potentially, or all sorts of magic, I believe, that you have inherently, if you haven't discovered it already.
All I know is that my birth parents came from a town called Surland.
Surland? No, I'm not sure.
I'm not quite sure where it is.
No.
I have always wanted to travel that way, so maybe one day if you travel along that way, drop in and
I don't know. Yes.
I'll jump on board.
Pay me enough, I can make that my destination.
Pay
That
me
sounds
and
good to me.
I'll stand there and look terrifying.
Yes, you do a very good job of that.
Thank you.
It's the jaw. It's the...
Yeah, I try to dial it back a little bit with the smile.
Yes,
it's
the smile
real
is
toothy.
terrifying.
Oh, that doesn't help. Oh shit. Oh.
Well, you're the happiest orc I've ever met anyway.
I'm
Yes,
glad
most
to
orcs
hear
try
that.
kill me.
Oh, that's something. Just don't go back up near Mustafar. I'm glad you got out of there alive, Casper. That's honestly
Well, they didn't try
surprising.
to kill me, mostly because I was delivering half of a beast to them.
Yeah, usually they try to get him on the way out.
Yes, I got out of there rather quickly.
Yep. Well, I think I'm going to go to bed. Good night.
Do you want some lavender wine before you do?
Oh, yes. Yes, please.
Yeah, I like to imagine you come out with this, this bottle that you filled with lavender wine. You put it down, get out a couple glasses, and by the time you turned around again, he's just.
Yeah.
Is there a second bottle I could try?
Oh,
There's a
don't
little
worry,
left.
I've made quite a few. It goes down quite well with the locals. Let me go get another one.
It's very sweet.
It smells lovely. The breath coming off you right now isn't quite as vile as it was this morning.
Excuse me.
Here,
I
before
try
they
very
hit dinner,
well.
here is a glass of lavender wine.
Lovely. Sips it very sort of, spins it around a bit, just the. Yes, yes. Very lovely. Has the hints of lavender mixed with what's that in there? Is that? I have no idea what I'm talking about here.
You are on about the cherry blossom.
Tell us
Cherry
about
blossom.
Tell us about the tannins, Alex. Explain the tannin of the wine that you just tasted.
The tannin. The tannin, I believe, is the claw at the end of some
Nope.
birds of prey.
Actually, the tannin
no?
is like the leathery feeling behind your teeth you get when you drink some wine. It's you gotta smell it first, then you sip it, you swish it in your mouth, and then you can tell how much tannin it has.
Just leans over to Breezy. Now, for someone who's a complete moron, I didn't think you'd know this much about wine.
I was just thinking the same. Maybe you should try my wine more often.
I know
I
a
feel
lot
like
about a
you're a
little,
business
ma'am,
partner.
sir. It's really limited how much I know. Wine, nature things, pretty good. Everything else, brain doesn't work so well.
So if I asked you, for example, what would be the correct plant to cure, I don't know, bulbous nose disease. Well, I mean, that's what
Smerlogging.
the locals call it.
Smerlogging leaves.
Well, that is correct.
Yep.
How'd you know that one?
You don't want to know.
Oh,
Personal experience.
I've heard it's very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Well, if you know so much about nature, what's the best combination of stuff to put in a wine?
Well, really, that's all up to preference. There's no perfect wine. There's only, I really like these flowery wines. Other people, I don't like them. Taste too much like nature to them. And they like something more, thick and bready. Those types usually go for beer, though. I like berries, petals. That's what makes a good wine. In my opinion.
I'm perplexed. So what don't you know about?
Math?
Math. Well, yes. So if I said, what is 2 + 2?
I think I know that one's 3, right?
If I had 2 of something, yes.
Yeah.
And then I had another 2 of something.
Okay. 2. And then, 2.
Yes, and then you put them all together.
Okay.
How
Oh,
many do you have?
shit! It's 4.
It's 4. Yes, there we go. It's
Oh,
simple.
shit. How'd you do that?
Well, some people call it magic, some people call it maths.
Shit. I can't. Tomorrow morning, my brain's starting to get a little furry. I'm gonna just go.
My brain's always furry. So I was just imagining. Well, he's gone. Well, I've paid for my room, so I believe I'll be leaving for now. I'll let you make your decision into adventuring tomorrow morning. I won't be leaving
Yes.
straight away. I usually make a pass around town to see if anybody has anything to deliver.
Well, I will be putting
You've had a bit too
out
much yourself, haven't you?
I have indeed. I'll be putting out a breakfast spread in the morning with some own freshly squeezed juices. If you want to put in an order, just let me know.
I'll have a platter, and let's double it for this one.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I will see you in the morning.
I'll see you in the morning. Ta-ta.
Bye for now. And he's gone.
Did he actually go to bed?
No,
I think he actually went to bed.
I can see his leg right at the bottom corner.
Oh shit! Yeah, I was looking on the Streamlabs. You can't.
I can't shut up. What? Oh man. Nice sound effects. Oh, you're talking about the latest episode of Lost Prince. Oh, with the sword. Yes, that's my favorite bit. Okay, after we've finished this, I was editing. It's what will be 3 episodes uploaded. What I genuinely think so far. Hi Shrimp, how you doing? Is the funniest thing that's happened. It's fucking hilarious.
Are you talking about the
No.
thing that took way too long?
No.
Okay.
It's a thing that happens, and I'm going to, after this, whilst you're on, I'm going to cut it, render it, and play it to you.
Please. So we should probably wrap this up then.
Yes, we probably should at this
But-
point. I want to just go through what people have said in the chat just before we.
Yeah, we were getting a little into it there, huh?
Well, that is role playing. Half expect him to eat the wine-infused wood. Yeah, I feel like maybe in the morning that's gonna happen, or maybe sleepwalking.
Seems
Maybe he already
likely.
has. Maybe
Maybe.
that's why he's scraping his tongue away.
Shh.
That
Maybe
would be a
that's-
very good.
Maybe that's what gave him the ultra wine sensory powers.
Oh,
It would be a very good
this.
tavern.
Hey!
For wiping, enter.
Yeah. Thanks, Shrimp.
No.
Thanks. Just 3 people pretending to be other people getting drunk. Nothing. We're not getting drunk. We're all sober.
If you
Oh
have
wait,
7
pretending to get
bottles-
drunk.
If you have 7 bottles with 3 gallons in each of them, if you drink half of the bottles, how many gallons of wine do you have left? Blackadder, if you have 2 beans and add 2 more beans, what do you get? Some beans.
Beans.
I love this.
I was,
I need to get up to bed. Well,
Thank
wait,
you,
wait.
Raven.
As well. Hey! You just want to see me do this. I feel like I need to do this every time now.
You don't need to do that.
Every
In fact, it messes up your camera every time you do it.
Apparently it does.
Yeah. All not drunk. No, we're all very sober, which is the scary part.
Yeah, we're just good
Yeah.
actors.
Huh?
We must be good actors.
Why am I the only
I
one
mean-
laughing?
I failed my drama GCSE.
I don't even do a drama GCSE.
I went to a performing arts college.
I mean,
We
that's
didn't
a
know
good
that.
reason to do
I don't think we knew that.
I knew that,
No?
You did?
but I listen.
That's fair.
I went to performing arts college, but my anxiety stopped me from performing.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I was a techie, stage tech.
I've been in my face.
Thank you.
Drama.
Thank you,
Hey.
Dan.
Look at that. Danling.
Hey, thanks.
We do appreciate
Well,
it. So. We need to
yeah.
decide on next week's.
That is the last thing to do.
And, you know, Purdy. Oh my god, thank you, Phil. Who are you people?
What are you doing?
Thank you.
I
Purdy's-
was chairman of the university TV channel. Why did I not know that about my dad?
Since you aren't going to be in 2 weeks in a row, well, you know, you get to tell us what we're doing next. You decide. What kind of,
Oh, well,
what's our
I'm-
theme?
I'm here for next week
I
as
was
well.
thinking about this
No, no.
earlier, though.
You're not
Can I
in. No,
Can I put
Oh, I
forward
was
a
going to
premise?
say.
no.
Can I put forward a premise for next week?
You can put
Just
forward a
one
premise.
word.
Sure.
Royalty.
I was going to say something to do with royalty.
Were you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think Alex just wants to be royalty.
Well, I do say so myself. It's always lovely to be a lord or baron of some sort. Yes.
How about
Maybe
a great...
royalty or working for the royals.
You know what? That's never
The
touched on. Yes.
That's true. The work.
The staffing of royalty.
Staff. I'm down for that.
You know, not even of royalty, just the staff.
Yeah.
I mean, someone high up. So it's yeah.
Yeah.
A servant group of some sort.
I like that. Or get Blackadder. What is Blackadder? I don't know what Blackadder is.
Blackadder's a
Oh,
British
you
thing.
say
It's really good.
Blackadder.
Yeah, you probably enjoy it quite a lot. You know, Rowan Atkinson.
I know the name.
He
Mr.
most
Bean.
famously does Mr. Bean or things.
My
Mr. Bean is
wife.
very different. Mr. Bean is very different to Blackadder. But Blackadder is very, very good. It's very British.
Shrimp, this is a separate Twitch account, just for the sake of keeping this separate from everything else.
Yeah,
You know,
Backstory Artificer is its own thing. Owned by Greg, of course. Co-hosted by me and sporadically co-hosted by Purdy.
yes.
When they accept me.
Guested by multiple people. We just don't want to have too many people on at the same time. So. Yeah, thanks for watching. This is a lot of viewers. We haven't had this many viewers. Yeah, next
We
week.
don't even have this many viewers on our main channels.
No,
Yeah.
I don't go above 7 usually.
I really appreciate the support, guys. Thank you. Yeah, most people.
Do you want to do your ending plugs?
I mean, you did him in the mid ad role, but you know, I'm inconsistent. Greg, twitch.tv/inconsistent. Alex is Alex. Mr. Finn_man, twitch.tv, etc. Purdy is Miss Purdy Black, literally everywhere, forever.
Yep.
You can literally type it in online, you'll probably just get a list of all of her pages.
Yep.
Maybe, do you have like
Everything from Instagram, Twitter.
You had a DeviantArt account, didn't you?
A what?
Deviant, you haven't. I feel like you would have had a DeviantArt account.
Yes, DeviantArt. I'm not sure if I'm Miss Purdy Black on that. I will have to check.
There was a time when you weren't Miss Purdy Black?
There was, and no, all my personal stuff is not under Miss Purdy Black. But I will probably create a Miss Purdy Black one.
Can I just say that the face that I was just making would create a great emote?
Yeah, it would.
Done.
It also made me think you were going to swallow your mic at any minute.
Oh, that's terrifying.
It's just unhinged my jaw.
Every
face.
makes would make great emotes. It's
You know what?
too damn true.
I like that, thank you. He's basically a walking emoji.
So what you're saying? So there you go, Greg. Every time that you say that I get more viewers because I'm better looking than you, you can say, "But you are a walking
I'm
emoji."
funnier looking than you.
And I'm
That'd be
just
a
a
good thing.
female.
You have to go. Dad, I will talk to you on Saturday. Bye.
Bye, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.